Okay, my name is George Woogie Watchetaker. When I was going to school, I went under the name of George Smith. That was my first name and my middle name. So I didn't use the Watchetaker until I left school, began to paint, began to dance, that is, I was doing it all the time, but you know what I mean is I'd compete and I'd win. So they said, who won? I said, George Smith. Indian? You know, like that. So Indian, that's a white man's name. I had that question asked over and over, how come you George Smith? So I went to the Indian agency and told them my problem. They said, well, that's just your first middle name. They said, your real name is Watchetaker. I said, why didn't I go to school using that name? Well, Watchetaker sounds so long, we just give that George Smith. I said, well, I was kind of disappointed, but they said, well, you go ahead and use that Watchetaker. So that's been way back in 30, 27 somewhere.
Where did the name Woogie come from?
Well, a lot of people ask me that. A long time ago, I was raised over here about 7 miles northwest of here. And we used to have a country baseball team. Everybody played baseball. Every little community in the whole state had a baseball team. We had one that we called the Mount Scott Indians. And we had a ball team, all Indian ball team. We'd play, Army teams, colored teams, Mexican teams, and all the Army boys, and community teams throughout the county, Caddo County, and different places. And we used to play Mexican teams from Wichita Falls, Altus, Frederick, all over. So I was pretty fast on my feet them days, So when I get up to bat, I'd get on base, When I get on base, these Mexican bucks, they used to come in truckloads to watch the ball games. They're all on the side there, they're batting, they're batting one after each corner. I bet you he don't get second, I bet he don't steal, like that. So they say, hey, Chiefy, steal second. Dinero, they go like, if I steal second, then what? If he win, he can give me so much money, Okay, bueno. And I go like that, about all I know. So, boy, they said, yeah, I'd run. When the pitcher goes this way, I'd run. Boy, I'd slide into second. Boy, that's hollering, And then they say, hey, Chiefy, would you steal third? Pinero. And every time I get to bat, they all say, would you. Pretty soon my teammates start calling me Woogie. Would you steal second? Would you steal third? Would you do this? And would you do this and that? See? So those Mexicans, the one really named me Woogie. I mean, my teammates, but that's what them called. Mexicans would say, would you steal? Would you steal? But they always say, Chiefy, would you steal? Would you third? And I went to Mexico one time. What's your name? I said, my name is Watchetaker. So, boy, everybody, I used to go down there about 4 or 5 times. I mean, 4 years or 5 years, big celebration, Del Rio. Instead of calling me Watchetaker, they can't say Watchetaker, they say Wachita. Hey, Wachita, And then these Mexican boys around here, they call me Conejo. You know what Conejo is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I was fast on my feet. So that's where that name comes from, was Woogie. Would you steal second? Would you steal third? Would you steal home? Would you steal, would you? My teammate says, would you? So that's it.
All right.
Yeah.